surprising, which...
So you've mentioned September 11th a couple of times. Obviously,
Yeah.
you were in New York on the September the 11th.
Yep. I flew in and I had problems. I used to go to America quite a lot. And I used to get strip searched on every single time. I've now got a letter of redress from the Homeland Security, so I don't get strip searched every time I land in America. First time it's quite fun. Second time, no, you're all right.
Why was that? Was it? Do you have too much of a generic name or something?
You've hit the nail on the head there. Not the first time, but one of the times I flew. It doesn't help when you've got the 9th of September JFK arrival 2 days before 9/11 on the Sunday, and it was the Tuesday morning when 9/11 actually took place. I landed and I flew Manchester to Schiphol, Amsterdam, Schiphol, Detroit, Michigan, and I was going from there to Bloomington, Illinois. That was my route. And by coincidence, 6 weeks earlier, the shoe bomber, who apparently his real name was Charles Jones. My first name I'm Charles Mark. Never forgave my mother for that. But I flew exactly the same route. So, Mr. Jones, you come with us. So I had 45 minutes of heavy interview in Detroit, Homeland Security interview B. 4 well-eaten of donuts coppers. Sorry, police, as they're called over there, cops. They've all got the guns, arms folded. They're all staring at me. What's your mother's name? What's her maiden name? Where was she born? What's your father's name? And all that. And I thought, and after about 20 minutes, you think, where have I left the bomb? Because it's so oppressive. They were so polite, but we're taking no smarty comments from you, matey, as only Americans can be. But after about 40 minutes, and I only just made my connecting flight from that, they, thank God, rushed me through, give them credit for that. They said, okay, you can go now. And I said to him, the 4 cops behind him, they all walk out. And then he said, I said to him, off the record, who did you think I was? And they said, well, this Charles Jones, and you've got 2 days before 9/11 on your passport arriving in JFK. They thought, hello, we've got one here. Yeah.